We are finally done with this awful season. Finally done. Janelle is an awful, despicable, ridiculous woman. And who put the battery in Katarina's back? This reunion made me not like Kat. It really made me not like Kat. But let's go ahead and talk about it, y'all. Ready to Love season 8, Dallas the reunion part 2. If you have not already, don't forget subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video, and if you have something to say, leave a comment down below. So the episode starts off right where the last one left off with Tequila and Janelle getting ready to come to blows over these feathers. Tequila's being not carried out, but ushered out, we'll say. Tequila's being ushered out by security. And as she's leaving, she tells him Sierra can get it too. And Sierra was sitting there like, now why am I in it? Why am I in it? So Unique is backstage, like helping Tequila get herself together, touching up her makeup, whatever the case. And she's telling her, you got to learn to ignore this. Tequila says she's trying to ignore things, but things kept happening. Now, I look at this from two different sides, right? On one side, yes, things might have been happening, here's the feather, all this other type of stuff. But at the same time, Tequila, a lot of this is this you ready to be on go. You know what I mean? Because somebody saying, oh, there's a feather over here should not have gotten you that hyped up. I really wish they would stop having liquor at these type of things. And I am a big proponent of just because there is liquor around does not mean you have to drink it. I stand on that. I say that all the time. However, in this situation, we've heard a couple of them say, man, let me go get a shot. I'm going to go get a shot. I'm going to go get a shot. Tensions are high. We just don't need liquor there. So we get Quinton, Janelle, Katarina, and Marie on stage. So Quinton and Janelle are sitting on the opposite couch. I thought that was interesting. Why are they on opposite couches? But whatever. So they talk about the blow up that happened between Kat and Janelle on the cash trip. Kat said, look, I have no problem with somebody having a difference of opinion. It all comes down to how you express it. It comes down to the tone, how you word it. I'm a huge proponent for that as well. I tell people down in the comment section all the time, I don't mind if people disagree with me, but 99% of the time, it's the tone and how people word things, right? So she said that Janelle is belittling and it's how she talks to people. It's how people talk to her, Katarina, but Janelle's issue is how she talks to people. And Kira, who was it? Kira, Unique, and what's that girl's name? Kira, Unique, Lee, and Tequila are back there, right? And it's like, y'all, here's the thing. It's one thing to agree, but it's another to do the theatrics with it, right? Because we saw Aries nod her head a couple times. We saw Jessica go like that a couple of times. It's all in how you express it, right? But okay. So Quinton tried to jump in and defend Janelle because Katarina said that if you disagree with Janelle, she gets disrespectful with you, which we have seen. So backstage, the ladies are laughing and going in. Tommy points out that Katarina called Janelle out of her name. Kat was like, yeah, I did. Oops. And see, it's kind of stuff like that because you can't say, and this is why I said Kat lost me this reunion, because you can't say on one hand that, you know, she gets disrespectful and she gets that. Does Janelle gaslight these women? Yes. And y'all fall for it because y'all are the ones that get rah first. Y'all, she knows how to bait y'all. You got baited, Kat. She baited you and you fell for it. So for you to just say, oops, that made Janelle look better. That didn't make you look better. The oops, was it a cute little whoopsie? Sure. But in the, like, overall, you don't get any cool points for that because it invalidates everything you just said. So Janelle said that Her mere presence challenges everyone else's mediocrity. Here's the thing, Janelle, babe, y'all are all on the same show together. So if you feel these women are mediocre and that's why they are on this show, then what are you? Y'all are all on this show together trying to find somebody. Y'all are all on this show together being put up against each other to compete for these very same men. So no, nobody is above anybody else on this show. I also feel like the fact that Janelle was so quick to point out whose purse was fake, whose this was fake, whose that was fake. Is all your shit real? Is all your stuff real? I have real purses. My best friend has all the purses that are real. She has never, and I mean never, we have never been out and she's like, oh yeah, that shit is fake. That's fake. I got the real one at home. Because what is understood does not have to be said. If you know you got real stuff and you know your stuff is real, why do you care if somebody else has fake stuff on? I have seen fake versions of the purses I have. I have by no means ever thought to be like, that one right there, girl in the green shirt, that's fake. Because what are you proving? Like, who are you trying to impress? You're not impressing a man by saying that your purse is real and hers is fake. Them niggas don't care. So she then said that everyone is obsessed with her and that everyone that had a problem with her went home. And maybe, just maybe, because Janelle really thought that she was preaching, right? She's like, maybe if y'all wouldn't have been worried about me, y'all would have been worried about me, y'all would have had y'all a man. And I said, Janelle, you sound like a fucking bird right now. Whoo. Who hyped up Janelle? What did Janelle take a shot of before she came out? This is like a wine. This is like a wine drunk that Janelle is on. So Tommy said that sometimes people just don't like each other. We have to get a host for the reunion. I don't mind Tommy hosting throughout the show, but Tommy's not really asking the right questions. We need a host. Somebody with experience, somebody that's been watching the shows. Get some of these YouTubers to do it. Get comedian Jasmine W to do it. She would be fantastic as a host. You got to get some people that let's just keep going, y'all. So now we get to Chris's package. Why did he have that cane? Was that just part of his outfit? So they rolled the tape back, and what I love that they did is during the time when Jessica was telling Lee and Katarina that Chris lied about not calling her combative, they rolled the tape and they rolled back the footage. The camera is on these ladies and they're just sitting there because they look stupid, right? They feel stupid because y'all went to bat for this man for no reason. Because he didn't pick either one of y'all because y'all sent him home. So Tommy is asking, why did you deny calling her combative? Because we saw him say it in two different instances, conversational. Then we saw him say it in an interview. So Chris said, I never called her combative, and all the guys called her combative. I said, are we in the fucking Twilight Zone? Chris, you are literally here on tape, my guy. You just called, like, and I know that they all saw the package because everybody else is watching it. Chris sat right there. I'm telling y'all, ladies, don't trust this man. The fact that this man is willing to lie, right? Like, what? I have... Marie said that's not true. We all did not call her combative. Chris and Marie get into it because Chris is like, come on, man. Because Chris was trying to, get that bro code to come out of Marie. And Marie is like, nah, nigga, you just got caught right on camera. You just said it. The people in the back are like, he's just said it. So for him to say, I never called you combative is crazy. Chris, they didn't talk about Chris's blow up where he said F you and F your life and F everything you stand for. Chris said he apologized to her already and he's apologizing to her again. He said, but she was antagonizing him and disrespectful and antagonizing the other women. Jessica, he was like, just like now with Tequila. Jessica said, I didn't say anything to Tequila. I was just standing there. What happens is that Jessica gets roped into Janelle's issues, which is always why your mama told you, your daddy told you, your grandma, be careful of the company you keep. Because by proxy, By proxy, Jessica started getting called combative. When Jessica's not the combative one, Janelle is. By proxy, Jessica started getting called a mean girl. I mean, and correct me if I'm wrong, which I know y'all will. I don't recall any moment where Jessica was a flat out mean girl. Jessica is assertive and Jessica is direct. I don't think Jessica is combative though. Jessica certainly hasn't been combative with Chris. So then it turns into Jessica she asked Kat and Lee something. What was it? Damn. She asked them something like, oh, okay. Didn't I say inside of the lounge that me and Chris were done? And they both just stare at her and refuse to answer. So she was like, okay, I guess y'all on mute. So then Kat is like, I don't have to answer if I don't want to answer to anything. I don't have to answer. So then Kat was like, what's wrong with the word combative? If I'm combative, please tell me, pick me, pick me. And it's like, Katarina, my God, girl. I'm sorry, but Kat made herself look just as bad as Janelle did tonight. I thought Kat made herself look awful tonight. Completely awful tonight. So now they're gaslighting Jessica into thinking there's nothing wrong with the word combative. If you're combative, you're combative. Okay. Y'all know the implications of putting combative on a black woman. But if y'all want to sit up here and play these games, okay. Because if we're going to keep it real, you're being combative tonight, Katarina. You're being combative tonight. Jessica might be argumentative, but that woman is not combative. So Jessica is like, come on, sis. Katarina said, I'm not your sis. So then Jessica was like, right, because I don't deal with bitches like you. So then Katarina looks like she wants to say something. No, you started this though. Because you getting snippy with Jessica for no reason. I know a lot of stuff goes on outside of the show with this show. I don't keep up with any of it. Not the interviews, not the social media beefs. I don't keep up with any of it. I only go off of what is actually on the TV screen Friday night, 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. From 7 to 8. If it don't happen between them hours, I don't know what's going on with Ready to Love. So afterwards, we get a lot of these like after the scenes. So Jessica and Katarina are talking, and it was weird because Katarina was like, we can just agree to disagree, but I don't have to respond to you if I don't want to. And Jessica's like, okay, we can agree to disagree. I just want to know who put the battery in Tequila's back. It's almost like Kat was like, Tequila, everybody's going to look at you crazy. I got your beef. I'm going to take your beef and put it on my back, and then I'm going to roll with it. What issue did Katarina have with Jessica outside of Marie picking her? But y'all said in the comments, somebody said that Katarina really picked herself. Like, I know there's a second season of Dallas. We don't need it. we might don't need it. We might don't need it. So then we get the Phil and Aries segment, very mature. Okay. So Phil said he was not disappointed that Aries picked herself. He was disappointed a week and a half before that when their communication started to fizzle and drop off. Aries said that she is not in the season of her life where she is going to be able to deal with a man that is out chasing his dreams. That's real. That's real. Aries said as a two-time divorcee that she just is not within the mental capacity right now, the season of her life where she can be dating somebody that's not really, that's not stable. She's still questioning his stability. He said he hates the word stability. You too grown to hate the word stability, sir. I love the stability I have in my life. Monday through Friday, I go to work. I come home. I am able to pay my rent on the 1st. I get paid on the 15th and the 30th. I am able to pay my bills on the 15th and the 30th. I love the stability that I have. I love the stability that I have because I am 39 years old. So, Phil, being a couple years older than me, you should want stability in your life as well, even more so because you have a child. Phil has kids. But Aries felt ultimately that Phil just was not able to give her the reassurance that she needed. They still communicate, and if the stars align, they'll get back together with each other. So we have Kira come out. So we get into the conversation of, does Quinton date white women? Does Kira like being black, basically? So Marie still feels that he is too black for her. And he said that it was more so him trying to protect her. He said that he moves in different spaces and different levels of black consciousness that just might be too much for her. It's giving Hotep vibes, to be honest, but okay. So Kira said that she feels that Marie boxed her in because Marie was like, I have black family members. I deal with black business. And Kira said, well, I have black cousins and family members and I deal with black business as well. So they then ask her, what is it about Quinton that made you think he likes white women? Kira said he's from Florida. He's from Florida? So she then said that it was just like a vibe that he gave off. So she said the difference is I questioned Quinton on a preference and they attacked my character. I think that saying that Quinton looks like he only dates white women is an attack on his character as well. Kira can play semantics all she wants to. She can try to do the word salad and try to flip it around. You box that man in as well. You attacked his character as well. If you look at somebody and say, as a black person, you look like you only date white women, that is an attack on their character as well. So we then get a conversation after the conversation where Kira and Marie are talking, and she's crying because she feels that he attacked her character on TV. But it's like, it to me, it is mystifying how Kira does not like understand that she kind of low key, high key did the same thing to Quinton. Like Kira's been like, she was so just taken aback. Meanwhile, she could say, well, he's from Florida and he just gives a vibe off that he only dates white women. But me telling you guys that, I am the closest thing to a white woman here. So I completely understand. Like, girl, come on. Come on. Y'all, you did the same thing to Quinton that they did to you. Honestly, the shit should cancel out if we being real about it. But stop it, Kira. Stop it. And I hope Kira, the one thing I hope Kira takes from this is don't ever say that I am the closest thing to a white girl. That, like Janelle told you, that's not a flex, sis. That's not a flex. Whatever you thought you were accomplishing with that statement, that wasn't it. So then we get the Quinton Janelle Lee saga. So Quinton said it was difficult for him to give both of the women, Janelle and Lee, 100%. He said that he is typically used to dating one woman at a time. Now, he said this before, and so did Herbert, and I feel like, look, y'all brought your asses on this show where you were going to date multiple women. If you do not have the mental or emotional capacity to date more than one woman at a time and give them each 100% of yourself, why would you come onto a reality show where you are dating multiple women at the same time? Why? Why? So Lee said that it was tension in the house whenever Quinton was trying to give any of the other ladies any type of attention. I believe that. Janelle said she wasn't blocking anything. So Lee was like, well, Quinton was uncomfortable. Quinton said, I was never uncomfortable. Quinton looks like a little boy sitting in the principal's office and his mom is answering to the principal for him. That's how this whole entire scene felt. Lee was the principal. No, Lee was the teacher that is telling Tommy, the principal, how Quinton is behaving in class, and his mama, Janelle, is saying, my son has never done that. My son would never do that. That's how this scene was playing out for me, at least. So, Lee, I'm sorry, Janelle then said that Quinton just wasn't interested in you anymore. So Lee then said, you know what, I don't like going back and forth with people that are unaware of themselves. Janelle has a sense of grandeur about herself, a delusion of grandeur that is just ridiculous at this point. For you to think that you did absolutely nothing wrong when we saw on camera the way that anybody so much as said the word Q, you will pop up. Stop it, sis. Stop it. You were possessive of that man. We saw the clips. Every single woman in that house is not gonna lie. On top of the fact that Jessica was supposed to be your homegirl, never had your back about this. Never. So Quinton then said that being in the house showed that he was more interested in Janelle. Now, see, that's interesting because Quinton took Lee out on a final date or took her out on a date where he said that he realizes how much he does like her. Quinton also said he wanted to ride this thing out to the end with Lee as well and finish out the process. So if you were not as interested with her once you got to the house, why did y'all have that last date? Why were you taken aback when she decided to leave the process? Make it make sense. Quinton was looking at Lee like, damn, I made the wrong choice. Damn, maybe I just messed up. Janelle is a beautiful woman, but she has a nasty attitude. A nasty attitude. Which is probably why her ass is 42 and single. Which is probably why. And I bet she don't have no friends. So Lee said that she's back focusing on work and that she will find love in due time. So we get to the burning question. Are Janelle and Quinton still together? They said that their connection was easy. They had immediate sparks. They didn't have to do a lot of like repair work because they didn't have a lot of tension because y'all didn't talk about nothing. That's why. But then Quinton said that Janelle has this aura about her. When she walks in the room, you take notice. And when I walk in the room, you take notice of me too. So when we get together, it's electric. I said, okay, go on an electric side on them. So they hit some bumps and bruises after the cameras went down. How convenient. But they hit some bumps and bruises in the road. They are still dating, or they're still romantic, but they are dealing with the relationship day by day. Good riddance. Good riddance. Tommy lets everybody shoot their final shot. It seems like Christopher and Unique might be talking or something like that. And then Red's a weird ass leaned over and asked Janelle if her and Quinton are still serious or something like that. Good riddance to this season. I will be doing the Ready to Move show. Like I told y'all, I only know Zadia. I watched a little bit of last season, so old girl that sounds, I should say, like Evelyn Lozada. I know a little bit about her, but let me know, are y'all gonna watch it? Let me know what you guys thought about this episode. If you have not already, don't forget subscribe to the channel. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.